All right, guys, the Iceman here. Monday Night Raw just ended. Really, really good show I thought tonight. After last night's Extreme Rules pay-per-view, Triple H wanted to get some revenge on the Shield. So he announced earlier today that Dean Ambrose was going to have to, defend his U.S. title in a 20-man battle royal. So no matter who ended up being the last man in the ring would end up becoming the U.S. champion. So this was a pretty good battle royal in itself. Big Show started off pretty early, bumping people and throwing them out of the ring. Um, so then the other members that were involved in this match decided all to gang up on Big Show. They tossed him over, and then they did the same thing to Mark Henry. And it got down to Dean Ambrose, Sheamus, and Jack Swagger. Um, Swagger got eliminated, and it was down to Dean Ambrose and Sheamus. And with Ambrose being one of the last two in the ring, which I figured he would be, because I don't think they would have done that to him, have him lose the title while the Royal is still going on, the Battle Royal is still going on. So um, it went down to those two, and Sheamus gave him the brogue kick, got him out of the ring, and Sheamus becomes a new Intercontinental Champion. I got a snapshot of Dean Ambrose after he lost the match, and I put it on my Iceman's Wrestling Extreme Facebook page. Check it out; it's priceless, guys. It really is priceless. So, anyway, that was pretty good. So, um, Triple H came out then afterwards, and he announced that the Shield was going to have a match with the Wyatt family, and that was to be the main event of the night. Ordinarily, I would say, why is the Wyatt family getting involved with the Shield when Bray Wyatt has been involved with John Cena? But this works out good because three members of the Shield, three members of the Wyatt family. So, Triple H just wanted to get the Shield back for Evolution getting beat last night at Extreme Rules. So that was pretty cool. Stephanie came out. Uh, Daniel Bryan was with Brie. She came out to congratulate Daniel and said that Kane is lurking around the building, that Bryan's not safe. He should stay in the locker room. And Bryan sarcastically thanked her. And, I don't know what it is with Stephanie McMahon, but yeah, I'll be honest with you. I just I can't stand her on TV. So, anyway. So, next matchup was RVD against Cesaro. They were involved in a match last night. Paul Heyman comes out and he has to announce the fact that Brock Lesnar was the only man to ever defeat The Undertaker at WrestleMania. And gosh, if we all don't know it by now, we never will. So this was a pretty good match. It went back and forth. Um, RVD still has a lot to deliver in the WWE. He has a lot of talent, and he still can do what he does best. But I'm going to tell you something. I think after last night, I don't think the WWE wanted RVD to get beat again. So he was in the ring ropes, upside down, locked in, and Cesaro was outside the ring, and he was beating down on him. The ref wanted Cesaro to stop. He started counting. Cesaro never stopped, so the ref disqualified Cesaro. So RVD did get the victory, but you know I couldn't see Cesaro beating him twice in a row, and that's out of respect for RVD. So anyway, there was a Wyatt segment. Bray Wyatt was talking about John Cena, and it was sort of pretty weird because he was stating that the kids uh, they they don't believe him anymore. They see through him. And so I was expecting later on to see a John Cena segment, which actually wasn't to be, but he will be on main event tomorrow night addressing the situation. I just think that this promo when Bray Wyatt came out, the fans were just like cheering him, and the Wyatt family is so over right now, and it just makes me wonder, you know, Cena getting booed more and more and more these days. You know, I don't know. It just something's got to happen sooner or later. I mean, so anyway, then we saw Cody Rhodes and Goldust in a match against Rybaxel, Curtis Axel, and Ryback. And this was a pretty good match overall. Cody Rhodes has been a little discouraged as of late because he hasn't been winning. Uh, and again tonight, it was a pretty good match, but Cody was going to leap off the top rope. Goldust was outside the ring. Axel threw him into the ring post. Cody lost his balance, and Ryback gave him a shell shock and ended up pinning Cody Rhodes. And again, Cody was a little upset at Goldust, but it is what it is. So not a bad match though. Then Lana comes out. She gives a little Russian speech talking about Vladimir Putin, the president of the Soviet Union, or Russia, I should say. And this is an intro to Alexander Rusev, who is facing Kofi Kingston tonight. And I will say this about Rusev: he's a very, very good wrestler. Um, he's a big guy. I think he really can be somebody in the WWE. Now it all depends what the WWE wants to do with him as far as the push goes. So, but he did end up defeating Kofi Kingston without a problem. And always love seeing Rusev come out because Lana's pretty hot. She's got she's very tall. She's got some features like Scarlett Johansson and Bridget Nielsen. You put those two together, and you got Lana. So, but anyway, that wasn't too bad. Then we had a match with Daniel Bryan and Alberto Del Rio because Stephanie told Bryan first she said she'd bring a car around um, for him, but he couldn't leave until after he had his match or he'd be stripped of the title. So he went out and had a match with Alberto Del Rio. And guys, this match was excellent. Uh, this is the type of match that Daniel Bryan is really great in. It was a lot of high flying, a lot of fast moves. Alberto Del Rio as well put on a great match with Daniel Bryan. They both made each other look great. Um, Alberto was going to put the arm breaker on Bryant, but he turned it around and got him into the yes lock, and Alberto did tap out. So, I mean, this was one of the better matches of the night. And I'll say this, though. The whole night was really good on Monday Night Raw. So I don't have anything really to complain about as far as that goes. But after Bryan won, Kane's music hit, and Bree was getting scared. She was outside the ring when the match was going on. So Daniel Bryan and Bree took off. The car was there. They go to take off in the car. The car wouldn't start. Bryan pops the hood. He said there's a wire disconnected. He goes to connect it. Kane's in the back seat. Um, so there was a little brawl going on. He was, attacking Bree. Bryan got him out of the car. Kane's trying to get through the sunroof. Bryan takes off and he stops because he sees Kane laying stretched out behind him, and he gets out of the car and he looks, and then Kane sits up. Bryan gets back in the car and he drives away. Pretty good segment, a pretty eerie segment. They're going back to the type of storylines that we saw with Kane when he first came out. So that was actually pretty good. I really enjoyed that too. Next up, we saw Big E come out. He had his rematch tonight with Bad News Barrett, the new Intercontinental Champion. Pretty good match there. You sort of knew that Barrett wasn't going to lose the Intercontinental title because he just got it, and I don't think it would have made any sense for Barrett if the WWE started to push him again. Again, like I said, a pretty good match. Barrett ended up defeating Langston with the Bullhammer and retaining the Intercontinental title. So that was pretty good. And then we saw a segment with Jack Swagger coming out with Zeb Coulter, and then music was hitting, and this was the debut on Monday Night Raw of Adam Cole. And Adam Cole and his Exotic Express. He had a bunch of people coming out dancing and whatnot. They came into the ring. Uh, Jack Swagger, out of the ring, and Zeb Colder, while everybody's in the ring dancing, Zeb Colder started doing the moves as well. Swagger called him out, got him out of there, and again, this was the preview for Adam Cole. I think Adam Cole can be somebody very, very great in the WWE if the WWE decides to give him a push somewhere down the road. Being a new star to WWE, it's going to take some time, but I think he has the potential to be a very good wrestler. So, okay, up next, the main event, the Shield versus the Wyatts. What can I say about this main event? I thought it was great. Um, they're just so well matched in the ring. There was a lot of chaos going on. The Shield looked strong. Uh, the Wyatts got down to the point where they were throwing people over the tables and whatnot, and it was just like craziness going all around in the ring. The Wyatts were, being dominated by the Shield, and it looked as though the Shield was ready to defeat the Wyatts when all of a sudden, Roman Reigns ended up spearing Bray Wyatt, and he was getting ready for the pin. Evolution's music hit, and the next thing you know, Reigns is done. Sister Abigail. I mean, that is one hell of a move by Bray Wyatt. I mean, it was awesome, and Reigns ended up getting pinned, and the Wyatts defeated the Shield in a very very good match. And after the Shield won, um, I will say this: with Evolution coming in, and it was basically 6-on-3, and this is the only reason why the Wyatts ended up winning this match. But it got to the point where it was just too overpowering for the Shield, and that's when Abigail was given to Roman Reigns. But again, after this was all said and done, Evolution came back in and did the beatdown on all the members of the Shield, and this is just it's just setting up for another confrontation between Evolution and the Shield, and this is great in my mind because I think this is something that we all need to see. Um, they work well together. They had very exciting matches, and if you could see Seth Rollins tonight, I mean, Seth Rollins, he has the movement in the ring like a Daniel Bryan and CM Punk, and there's not too many in the WWE that are like that. Seth Rollins is very, very agile in the ring, and I think somewhere down the road he's going to be such a great, great superstar. Not that he isn't now, but I think he's going to even be better because I think out of the three, he has the most potential as far as being the best in the ring. So we're looking forward to another confrontation with the Evolution and the Shield, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Tomorrow on main event, again, John Cena addresses the Bray Wyatt situation, and I was surprised that Cena wasn't on the show tonight, but I did read that Cena and Daniel Bryan are supposed to face the Wyatts in a dark match after Raw goes off the air, so we'll just have to wait and see. But anyway, this is the review of Raw tonight. Very good Raw show if you didn't see it. Check it out. I thought it delivered in all aspects, and this is one of the better Raw shows I've seen in a very long time. I mean, it kept me entertained, not wanting to miss anything, whereas some shows in the past where, you're ready just to shut it off because it just it just didn't keep you glued, didn't keep your attention to the show, but tonight's show did. So, all right, everybody, peace out. Have a great night. We'll see you next time.